Hey guys, we're Team Jer. We're a group of student developers from the University of South Carolina, and we built the mobile app called Synchro. Our team members consist of Anthony Goldhammer, Ryan Caudill, Eva Wilson, and myself, Jackson Dawson. So, what is Synchro? Before I jump into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I used to run for the University of South Carolina's track and field team, and as a student athlete at the time, I had to manage a bunch of different moving parts, from logging trainings to keeping track of my own nutrition to making sure I communicated with my coaches and teammates to filling out consent forms. There are a bunch of different moving pieces of being an athlete, and ultimately, that was across a bunch of different applications. For logging different workouts and trainings, I use Strava, and if you can believe it, I used to just use a notebook. For tracking my nutrition, I would use an Excel spreadsheet where I just write down calories and macros. And then for contacting my coaches, we used a whole suite of apps, whether it was email, iMessage, Teamworks. For my other athletes, it was Snapchat even sometimes. And then those forms were all over the place. It would be DocuSign. It would be also on Teamworks. It would kind of be. It wasn't all connected. And those were the pain points that we wanted to meet with Synchro. We wanted all those features to be in one place, not only for athletes, but also for coaches, support staff, and all of the above. We wanted to supply an application for iPhone and Android that can meet the needs of athletes and organizations as a whole. So, how does Synchro become that all in one shared platform amongst athletes and coaches for all things performance related? Well, I'll show you. Synchro was built in React Native, which as developers was really helpful and definitely a win for us because it allowed us to write only one code base that supports two different platforms. That is iOS and Android, the two main mobile platforms that we decided to develop on. And so Synchro is a mobile application that meets all those needs that I just mentioned before. It has dashboards and KPIs. It has ways to log training. It has ways to log your nutrition. It has ways to contact your coaches and so much more. Synchro meets those needs in all-in-one shared application space. There are athlete profiles and admin profiles. Admin profiles, whether that be a coach or support staff, allow you to contact your athlete, add trainings and plans for your athlete, and ultimately look over their KPIs to ensure that they're hitting their goals and that they're healthy throughout their athletic process and athletic journey. Synchro's backend is hosted on Azure Cloud Services, which is owned by Microsoft. They give $100 in credits to students, and we've been able to host our server there for the entire year for minimal cost. Those credits have supported us also in using Microsoft's Azure Blob storage, which has allowed us to host our images, whether it be from a profile picture or a chats photo. Azure has definitely supported us in this journey. And then also our parent has helped us by providing us the database resources, and we have been able to build out a database that is connected to our Express.js backend. It's in PostgreSQL, which is SQL. And ultimately, all those three connect together to make up what is Synchro. Now that I've got to cover the why and the how behind Synchro, let's jump into the live demo to show you how it works in practice.
Starting on the home page, I can quickly see an overview of my training and health information as an athlete. This includes things like calorie goals, assigned sessions, completed sessions, and other important stats. The goal of this page is to give a user a quick snapshot of how they are doing without making them search through the whole app. As I look through the home page, I can see my assigned sessions. This is helpful because an athlete can immediately open the app and immediately know what workouts or activities they need to complete. For example, instead of asking, "What am I supposed to do today?" the athlete can check this page and see parts of their training plan right away.
Hi, my name is Eva Wilson, and I'm going to walk you through the training and the nutrition page and show you how I'd use it during my day. So let's begin. First, I'm going to go to the training page. The first thing that you'll see is that there's already a few activities that I'm kind of considered late for. This is something that my trainer has already put in. That's perfectly fine. I will get to those later on in the day. For now, I'm going to do a quick add-on of my own. I really want to do a 5-minute training. Today's wonderful outside, and I think it'll really just improve my day a lot. So I'll actually press that plus sign in that right-hand corner, and then I'll type in the title for 5-minute training and schedule that training from there. Wonderful. And you actually see that it pops up right away. Now, I did forget the training type, so I'll actually go back, I'll click on that training itself, and near the top hand of that, we can actually see the edit and delete. So I'm going to hit edit training, and I'll hit cardio for the training type, and I'll save those changes. And next I want to create another, and I'll say push-up test because I want to see how many push-ups I can do within a couple of seconds. And we'll adjust that for strength. Schedule. We can actually see that I actually have 2 push-up tests, so we're going to delete the older one. So that way we can keep it cohesive. Awesome. Now that we're all settled out, I'll continue with my 5-minute walk. So I'll go to countdown and I'll set it to the 5 minutes. Confirm, and I'll hit start. Let's say I started a little too early. I'll hit that reset timer. And I'll hit start again so that way it restarts it automatically. Awesome. I won't let it run all the way because that's kind of a waste of time. But once done, I'll hit submit and it'll put it back down to the completed. Next, I'll do the push-up test. And I'll just hit start to show what the stopwatch looks like. Within those 4 seconds, let's say I did 2 push-ups. And I'll hit submit. And you can't go back once a training is in session, so that way that prohibits the overlap. And then once completed, it'll show up in the completed tabs. You do have to scroll down, and it'll show up to the most recent near the bottom. Wonderful. Next up would be the nutrition page. And those are the goals. So I actually have goals already set. Right now I have a set goal of 3,000. I'll adjust that to be, or 3,006. I'll adjust that to be 3,000. Save it. Wonderful. And then let's say that today I had a bagel and cream cheese. With cream cheese. And I'll start by saying that the calories are 300, the protein 7 grams, the fat would be 20 grams, and the carbs is 15. We can add it. Now let's say that those kind of protein and carbs are a little too low. I'll go back and I can click it. And I'll see the edit button right there to adjust it. Awesome. Save it. And that should adjust it. Whenever you add a new meal, it will adjust your goal for the chart, and I think that's really awesome. It's one of my favorite features in the app, and I'm really happy with it so far.
Now we have the progress page. The progress page is where users can view their charts and track improvement over time. This is one of the most useful parts of the app because it can turn training data into something visual. Instead of just seeing numbers, users can see trends. On this page, the user can choose what information they want to view and how far back they want to look. For example, an athlete might want to see their progress from the last week, the last 2 weeks, or 2 weeks ago. This helps athletes and coaches make better decisions. If progress is improving, the coach can see that the training plan is working. If progress is dropping or staying flat, the coach may need to adjust the plans. Next, we have chats. The chats page is used for communications between people in the same organization. This could be an athlete messaging a coach checking in with an athlete, or teammates communicating with each other. This is important because training often requires feedback. An athlete might need to ask a coach about a workout, report how they are feeling, or ask a question about an assigned session.
For the profile page, you get a quick look at all your basic profile info, from your name to the type of account you have, as well as your email and how long you've been a member since. If I want to, I can update my profile picture from here as well. You can click on this little photo icon, and let's say I upload this photo right here. It'll upload that photo and save it to the database. But oops, I made a mistake. I accidentally uploaded a picture of a beautiful landscape. Instead, I need to change that to my real profile picture photo. That'll upload right there. Let's say I do change my mind and want to go back to that landscape. I can remove that profile picture from right here, go back, upload a photo, and upload that landscape again. From there, I can either open the settings with this little open settings button, or I can log out. Let's go into that logout functionality real quick. I'll quickly log back into my account. From there, I can go right back to that profile page and we'll access settings from there. For the settings page, you have a few options when it comes to both updating your profile and updating your app. The first is updating your profile. Let's go ahead and update my name. Let's say I want to change it to Jack, and we'll go Smith right here. And then let's say I want to add 2 numbers at the end of my name. I'll go ahead and save that. Profile updated successfully. I also have the option to delete my account. I don't want to do this just yet. I will show it later, but it comes with a modal just to make sure that you want to delete your account and double check before you make that final action. The third thing that's present in settings is training reminders. These are set up for Expo notifications, which connect to the Android and iOS API for setting up on a physical device notifications that will remind you that you have a workout both that day. On the day of a workout, it'll send you a notification, and also 15 minutes before, it will send you a notification. From here, I can go back to my profile page and just see this one more time. And let's go and delete that account because I want to. It'll come up with that modal again, ensuring that I want to delete my account and reminding me that it is irreversible. From there, I can delete my account. And then that account is no longer accessible and it is removed from the database.
Hey, my name is Ryan, and I'm going to be showing off the admin portion of the Synchro mobile app. Once an admin or staff account logs into Synchro, they're taken to a different homepage than an athlete. Here, they have an athlete drop-down where they can view all athletes inside of their organization. And you can also search by name or by email to look at other athletes. Here you also get a quick summary about that athlete, and you get to see their profile picture as well as their email and the organization that they're in. Once you go to training, here you can see it's still the view that the athlete would get, Alex Jones, and you get to see all of his trainings for the week. But you also get to act as the athlete while you're picking them. So you can create a training, fulfill a training, delete a training, everything that the athlete could do, you get to do for them. And you get to keep that athlete selector throughout all these screens so you can change amongst whoever you need to be able to fulfill your task. In nutrition, it's the same thing as training, where you get to view the athlete's view and get to interact with the app the way that the athlete is able to, and you get to see all the information about them. And the same goes for progress. You can view the progress of all of the athletes that you are able to choose. The chats remain the same as an athlete and as an admin, so you can still direct message anyone in your organization. When you get to forms, an admin is able to assign forms to the athlete that they have selected in the athlete selector. So here you can see that Alex Jones has 2 active forms that he still needs to complete. And here we can go assign another form and assign a due date for him to go accomplish. Now when we get to profile and settings, these are the same amongst both admins and athletes. And here you can see your profile picture, and you're able to upload a picture as well. You get to see some information about your profile, and you can log out, or you can go to settings. And here in settings, you can update your profile and change some information. So change like your name, your last name, or your email. And you can also delete your account or turn on notifications.
Thank you so much for taking the time to review this demo and learn a little more about what Synchro is and the mission that we've had for it. We've had a lot of fun learning over the semester building it out, and we can't wait to see where Synchro goes in the future.